My neighbor liked to clean. Nuclear revenge. 2001. I had just moved to a quiet neighborhood where my children, 1 and 3, could play outside safely and grow up with neighborhood children. It was also nice for my cats, 3, to finally be able to run around outside. After the first week, it was our first garbage day. Everything neatly in closed bags and in our personal garbage container. In the morning, we had to place the container on the side of the road with the rest of the containers on our street. So it was there at 7 o'clock, after which I started cleaning my house. I had a white floor because I liked it, and that way I knew for sure that it was clean. I mopped daily. I was still extremely clean at that time because of crawling children. Then I did the shopping, and when I got home I was in shock after opening my front door. My entire hall was full of unknown waste. Pieces of glass, sharp metal lids, pieces of food, cartons, plastics, etc. Clearly stuffed through the mail slot. I already saw a number of neighbors looking at me expectantly behind their windows and in front of their house. It was clear that they knew more. After asking around, I was told who had thrown that garbage in my house. A conscious neighbor had done this with much fanfare. Something snapped inside me. A bomb in my frontal lobe, and all decency disappeared from my mind. Steam from my ears. I cleaned out the trash and put the kids in the living room. Then I cleaned the cat litter box. Normally I throw the entire contents in a bag, but now I was a bit more precise. I only scooped the shit and urine clumps out of the box and divided it evenly into 2 small bags. Those thin ones that tear quickly. I took the bags and went to the neighbor further down the street. I rang the doorbell and kept the bags behind me. The lady opened the door with a smug grin on her face. The door opened wide and I could quickly see her hall. On the right, a carpeted staircase, on the left the open door to the living room. The hall continued for another 1.5 meter to the back after the stairs and door, where the toilet was. Everything was super clean. I asked her devilishly calmly if she had put that waste through my mail slot. Her answer was yes, followed by the reasoning that because I was new here, that the loose waste that was lying around the placed containers must have been mine, because before we lived here that never happened. This was the moment that all the blood vessels in my eyes burst. The calm was gone. In a tirade of abuse, I made it clear to her that I had not been the polluter, and that if she had any decency, she could have spoken to me instead of jumping to conclusions and dirtying my house and endangering my crawling children and animals by dumping that waste in my house like that. With the message that she liked to clean up so much, here please, and I threw the 2 bags in her hallway. One against the corner of the stairs and the other on the doorpost of the living room. Everything was covered in shit and the splattered clumps of cat urine. With a warning promise that if she ever thought of doing something like that again I would smash all her windows, I turned around and went home. Everyone had seen and heard everything. Never heard anything from that neighbor again. No one ever thought of doing something like that to me again. I can still enjoy the face she pulled when she saw the bags flying. It was shock, fear, indignation, nausea and despair all at once.